Okay, for this video, I'm going to be giving you some ideas you can work on at home if you have a bar at your house. So we're going to start with our front support. So we can start with holding onto the bar and jumping into our front support, pushing down, doing that a couple times. Then we can just practice holding our front support, pushing really tall. Then we can practice our grow and shrinks in front support. After we do that, we can work on our casts. So I'm going to start with cast push away, feet forward, back, and land on the floor. And then I'm going to do sets of 3 casts, keeping my shoulders over the bar and swinging my feet back and forth. Now we're going to be moving on to some strength. So I'm going to start with chin-ups with my legs on the ground. I'm going to do sets of 3, so I'm just going to hang and pull my chin to the bar 3 times. Okay, we can do our tuck holds as well, trying to get to 10 seconds. Then we can work on some sloth chin-ups, so our hands are going to be going separate directions. We're going to hook our feet onto the bar. And I'm going to do sets of 5 going each direction. So making sure we're doing both sides. Each side counts as 1, and we're going to try and do 5 on each side. Also, we can be working on our L holds, so holding our toes off the floor in an L, trying to get a bit longer than I can. Try and see if you can count to how old you are. Next, we're going to be trying to do some drills for our windmills and our pullovers. So for our windmills, I'm going to start going under the bar, having my hands forward, counting to 10, and then doing my hands backward and counting to 10. So I'm going to put my favorite leg through my hands, put my back leg against the bar, and my good leg is pointed behind my head. I have forward hands, I'm doing straight legs, and then I'm counting to 10. Then I'm going to switch my hands backwards and do the same position. When we do our windmill, our hands are backwards, so this is how we would go around the bar. Trying to build strength in that position. Now I'm going to do it above the bar, hands forwards first, pushing my legs off the bar, counting to 10, then moving my hands back, pushing tall, counting to 10. Here we can also work on our cutback, so one hand, both hands on one side, and then kicking our leg around for our cutback. For our pullover, we're going to start with some magic holds. So that means we're going to do our hips on the bar, hanging our hands flat, almost like a front support underneath the bar. The easiest way to do this would be to start with backwards hands. If that's too easy, you move to mixed grip, and then if that's too easy, you do forwards hands. So I'm going to start with backwards hands, going into my magic hold. While I'm up there, I'm trying to keep my toes pointed at the ceiling, not behind me. Okay, now I'm going to move on to mixed grip. And then if that's too easy, you do forwards hands. So we're trying to keep our body as straight as possible on the bar. The next thing we can do is do magic hold and then swing our feet down into a chin-up shape. So you do magic hold, swing down to chin up. So have your hands forward for this one. Magic hold, chin up. Okay, my feet are I'm a little bit too tall, so my feet hit the floor, but hopefully you can keep your legs straight when you come down and hold the chin up. The next thing we can do is our forward roll over the bar. If that's too easy, you can do forward roll over the bar into a chin up L hold. So I'm just going to do forward roll over the bar, land with my chin as close to the bar as possible. If that's too easy, you can always try and keep your feet from touching and then just hold it. And after that, just go ahead and practice your pullovers. If you need to start walking your toes up something to get over, or if you can just kick right over, trying to get your hips to the bar and your feet behind you. The last couple drills we're going to work on, we're going to start some glide swings and then some straddle swings for our dismount. So for our glide swings, what I'm going to do is put my feet on a slider, but you can use a frisbee, some paper plates, a towel, anything like that works awesome. I'm just gonna start putting my feet on it and then using it to help me go back and forth like I'm doing a glide swing. So I'm gonna put my feet on it and I'm gonna go back and forth, trying to do sets of 3. And then I'm gonna focus on the beginning of my glide swing. So I'm going to put my hands on the bar, my feet back a little bit, keeping my hips flat, pushing tall, and just holding this hollow position because this is how we jump to the bar. Keeping it really tight, trying to hold it without wiggling. Then what I'm gonna do is jump into that position and hit the bar for my C jumps. So jump, hit the bar really super tight. The next thing I'm gonna do is try and add it all together. So I'm gonna jump, hit really tight, and then put my feet on the slider and go forward. So jump really tight. There's the beginning of my glide swing. And then there's the second part of my glide swing where I go forward and back. Okay, that's for my glide swings. For my straddle swings, I'm just going to practice swinging with my legs straight in a straddle against the bar. So 1 foot on each side, swinging nice and tall with straight legs. The trick for this, to help with our dismounts, is to make sure we're pulling the bar down and then pushing our feet against the bar. So when we swing all the way from the top, we don't slip and fall. Hopefully you guys got some awesome bar drills so you can be practicing at home and so we can get back into the gym again. And we hope that super soon because we miss you guys a whole bunch. So have fun practicing your bar drills at home.